Everybody, Mark Holloway, CEO with Meridian Medical Staffing, and Hubert, our Director of Recruitment. And as promised, today we're going to introduce our new series, which you guys have asked for, which is going to be what to watch out for. We got a lot of feedback. We were face-to-face with a lot of folks recently, and I think we can go all day, the rest of the year on this series.
Sadly.
So unfortunately, there is a lot to watch out for. And I don't care if you're a brand new traveler or you've been traveling for 15 years. We found a lot of folks out there who kind of thought they knew it all and what to watch out for, and then
wow, really? You're kidding?
And they were kind of amazed. So I would urge you to watch this series. Go back and watch some others, like our Facebook page. Mm-hmm. So today's topic, we're going to talk about companies, I should say, that blindly submit you to jobs. Most of you have experienced this, where a company has your information and all of a sudden you're getting phone calls
for an interview,
or they, even worse, they call you and say, hey, they want you at this hospital, and you didn't even talk to your recruiter about it. This isn't recruiting, is it? This is throwing spaghetti at a wall to see what sticks.
Yeah.
And it's been in the industry for as long as I have, I swear, and for the life of me, don't understand how anybody would want to work for a recruiter, and I'm using that word loosely, who's going to do that to them. And I think sometimes their nurses are very desperate, and they get lucky, and they'll throw them in front of a job that perhaps is attractive to them, but that's got to be a lot less common than getting in front of a job and saying, okay, now what's the pay rate, what's the bill rate, I don't know anything about it. It's just not recruiting.
No.
It's incredibly unethical, and what it also does, it bogs down your real recruiter from putting you in front of perhaps the same job. Maybe they're going to pay you more, maybe it's the company you want to go to, but my first, and this is an easy one, watch out for companies that have that practice, because if they're doing that without your permission, what else are they going to be negotiating without your permission as well?
True. But the question, that I have, that I've asked you before, is that necessarily a company policy, or could that also be a recruiter who's doing that and maybe company doesn't know that?
Yeah, well, I know for a fact there are companies out there, and I won't name them as usual, don't want to get in trouble with anybody, but I know there's companies that do that as a policy.
Yeah.
There are also, I believe, and I've also seen, not so much recently, but I have seen where recruiters, they got a rogue recruiter for a company who maybe is, not hitting their quota, or worried about losing their job because they don't hit their numbers, so they're getting desperate. That's called desperate recruiting. Mm-hmm. It's scared recruiting. It tends to lend itself to recruiters making poor decisions, and at the end of the day, the nurse is the one that suffers.
Well, so what it leads to then is you've been blindly submitted. A nurse manager calls you. You interview for the job. You don't say anything because you don't want to maybe you don't want to look stupid or make anybody else look bad. So you go through the process of the interview.
Or maybe you think someone's actually put you in front of a job and you're confused.
Did I
get in front of us with my right recruiter? I can't remember.
Did I give them permission and I just forgot? So you go through the interview. The next thing you know, they're calling you and you have an offer.
Right.
And
you're like, who's this company? Who are you with?
Then the recruiter calls you and basically says to you, well, if you don't take this job, you're going to be blacklisted, or you're going to, you won't be able to work for us ever again, or...
Second one, who cares? Because I wouldn't work for that company anyway. First one, I'm telling you, that's probably a bunch of baloney to start with, but if a company's telling you that, I would say, great, I'm going to call that hospital and let them know that I did not give you permission to interview and I was mistaken, thought you were going to... I would absolutely call these companies out on that.
Yep.
Do not ever let a company bully you in any way, shape, or form. This is supposed to be a relationship. This is, the word recruiting is to recruit someone with their best interest in mind, and to explain pay rates, location, good, bad, and ugly about a hospital, not just to throw you against a bunch of jobs and say, take the first one that comes. That's not recruiting. And in this day and age, you have choices, and this is a real big warning sign on a company to stay away from.
And there are ways to remedy it. Maybe you had a good, maybe you liked the nurse manager, and maybe after talking to them it seems appealing, but now you're turned off with this company.
Sure.
You can take that offer.
Yeah, call your company you like.
To other companies, and if they have that contract, or there is a way sometimes
you
to
turn the
remedy
tables on a company and say, great, I'm going to take this job, but I'm not going to take it through you because I didn't give you permission. I love that idea, because if nurses out there are going to continue if they're going to continue to accept these offers through a poor practicing company, then you're going to get what you deserve. And I would urge all of you to absolutely, it's a wonderful idea. Turn the table on them and say, why don't I get my favorite company, whoever that may be,
Yep.
to submit me, or I'm gonna accept this through them, and you know, then you'll really find out that agency's true colors, because they get really upset and almost threatening and angry. We've had a lot of nurses tell us that if you don't take a job or threaten the audacity to go work for another company, even though this current company didn't do anything for you except for make you look potentially bad, then there you go. I love that idea.
Yeah.
But it's a really big thing. Again, this whole series we're doing is what to watch out for. And guys, this is a big red flag of a company that doesn't have good practices, doesn't have a lot of ethics, and they're just doing whatever it takes to throw you in front. And shame on those of you nurses that are saying, okay, I'll take this job because you're so desperate. I would urge you to say, no, I'm going to go with another company, or I'm going to turn it down and continue to work with my recruiter, and don't ever submit me to another job again, because multiple submissions
lose my
make you
number.
look bad. Correct.
So we're doing something new.
Yeah, what we're going to do is we're actually going to slow these down. We're going to do these about every other week.
Mm-hmm.
And on the alternate weeks, we're going to give you guys an opportunity to get involved in this discussion. I'd love some feedback on this one. So we're going to be doing a webinar a week from today on this topic. So you can join myself, ask some questions. I know I talk quick. I'm from Michigan originally, and I tend to talk really fast. If there's something on any of these series you don't follow, this is going to be your opportunity to weigh in. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your thoughts are.
Come in, talk live, ask questions live. They're really easy to join. We'll have all those instructions if you haven't done it before. But so look for the post, this video, and then in the next coming days, look for the link to the webinar, and definitely come and participate and ask questions. Tell us stuff that's happened to you.
I think our idea is we're going to actually be posting the information for the webinar on the Wednesdays beforehand.
Yeah.
To join us. Again, this isn't just us spouting off information. We'd love to have you guys participate, get involved in this thing, and we'll kind of go from there.
It was kind of a way to keep Ask Mark Anything going.
Right. Without having to be sweating
hot
in a
pool. At the pool in Vegas. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys on the webinar in a week from now.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, and we'll see you on a new topic of what to watch out for in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.